Why'd you kill my beat, Chris? Why'd you kill my beat, Chris? And we're live
all of a sudden.
I think Chris likes to do that, man. Like to kill my beat, homeboy.
Get you all pumped up.
He brings me all the way up to drop me all the way down, man. Shout out to the one and only, the Mr. Engineer, Chris Christopherson.
Yeah.
Hey, so this is I think somewhat of a special podcast. I was sitting at home yesterday. My wife and I were chilling. She starts asking me questions, and remember I called you in the middle of the night. Mm-hmm. And at the end, I cut you off probably like a minute or 2 minutes into your
into my rant.
Yeah, into your rant.
My rant.
And I said, you know what? No. What we're gonna do is we're going to break down the Israel-Palestine conflict from the beginning. And go ahead.
What was the question that your wife asked you last night?
I'm gonna tell it to you. She told me, Gil, how do you stay so sexy?
Well, that's easy. Shit, that's not hard at all. Shit. You just got to know the pain.
You got to know the pain, homie. So, no, she was asking me, and she's like, no, I know it started in the 40s. I said, no, babe, that's what I told you. That's where I picked it up from.
Yeah, after World War II is when...
Yeah, that's when I picked it up from.
The United Nations came in and started cutting up the land.
But this started from the days of the beginning of time, pretty much of a written book, right? So I called you. So now, and then when we were doing the podcast with West Coast Graffiti, shout out to West Coast Graffiti, we kind of cut you off. I did because we're doing the boys thing, so you kind of shoot the shit, so the conversation goes everywhere.
Yeah.
But now I want to sit here and really focus on the breakdown, and I'm going to ask you some questions, and the people in the comment section will ask you some questions too. So now,
the only reason why I know a lot of it, and I'm not really sharp on it, because I've been out of church for a long time. I was heavily into church from the year 2000 to 2009. I mean, when I mean heavily, I mean I was going on Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays. I was doing all the events and stuff like that.
Change your life, though.
Because I ended up having my children and stuff, and I wanted to, give my kids a good life, and I didn't know how, other than, I see all these gang members going to church, and
they're doing good.
They were doing good, and it did good for me too. And then I left in 2009. I haven't been back since.
Spiritually, you're still there.
But my let's see what I remember.
I thought you were gonna break into a song right now. You said mama. Okay, so first, thank you guys for tapping in.
Thank you.
It's Friday.
Take it easy on me.
It's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do. So we now.
All right.
So go ahead now and kick it off from the beginning. When did the Palestine and Israel actual first history begin?
Well, it all started with
hit the mic, baby. Hit the mic.
It all started from Abraham. Father Abraham. I don't know if you remember that story when we were kids.
Abraham, but who is Father Abraham?
Father Abraham. Well, Father Abraham, he one of the major things he did is he started up 3 religions. He started Islam, Judaism, and Christianity.
It wasn't Muhammad that started?
No, this is he's the father of all 3.
Really?
Yes, he's the father of all 3 religions.
And now
Muhammad, he's kind of like our Jesus. He or maybe more like a Moses.
Right?
He spoke to God, and so Islam took that up.
Now, give me from the time frame here. So it's pretty much like I'm interviewing you right now.
Yeah. So you're talking about I think it's 964 BC. Oh, so BC is before Christ.
So it's almost 1,000. And now, is this something that people wrote during?
It's kind of ongoing. Okay. So if you look at time starts at 0. So that's why you have BC and AD, before Christ and after death. Now the people of the world are changing that now, but it starts from 0 to 2023 is where we're at.
Okay, and 0 is the death of Christ.
Yes, and then you go from 0 to as far as you can go to 4,000, 5,000 years ago.
Right.
So it goes backwards instead of forwards.
Right.
So it starts off at 0 because a lot of people are like, well, how do you know what date that is? It's because just the way it goes.
Right.
It goes backwards.
So Abraham, the story of Abraham is written in the Bible, or is it written at?
It's in the Bible. It's in, I believe, in Genesis.
Okay.
And what happened was it's kind of after Moses, after the flood. So it's probably 5 or 6 generations after Moses. After the flood.
Well, see, to me, not knowing the Bible, believe it or not, I'm almost thinking Moses and Jesus and all that stuff's happening
all
around
at the same time. No,
right.
no. You have Jesus. No, I'm sorry. You have the beginning of time, Adam and Eve, And then 2,000 years later, you have Moses. 2,000 years after that,
Sorry? Abraham?
No. The guy with the Ten Commandments. I forget his name.
That is Moses, no? That's
Was
Moses.
that Moses? Moses?
That's
Yeah.
Moses.
Yeah. So it goes, Moses, and then after Moses
Abraham.
is Jesus.
Oh, but
no, Moses is kind of after the flood with Noah.
Okay.
So he's about 5 generations after Noah. I said Moses, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But the Palestine issue is with Abraham.
Yeah,
is
so
the guy.
Abraham had multiple kids, but the 2 kids that he had was Ishmael, and he had Isaiah.
From the same mother?
No, from 2 different moms.
2 different baby mamas.
One was Israelite, and one was Palestinian.
And what was Israelite back then?
Well, Israel, that wasn't Israel. It was Canaan, the land of Canaan. The Canaan was run by Egypt. By the back then it was like the empire of Egypt.
The pharaohs and stuff, right?
Yeah, all that back time, and that's why they were the Israelites were slaves to Egypt.
Right.
So that's when Moses comes into play after Abraham.
Okay.
So
Noah, he was saying Noah.
No, because Abraham's in between Noah and Moses.
Okay.
So he's in between.
Okay.
So Abraham, he came about. He had a child from an Israelite woman, which most people will probably hate me for this, but it was their maid.
Oh, he was tapping the maid.
Yes, but his wife allowed him to.
Lack of
But his wife allowed him to because his wife Sarah, which is Isaac's mom, right?
And that's a Palestinian.
No, that's the Israeli.
Okay.
Yeah. She couldn't have kids. When Abraham got his wife pregnant, well, I'm gonna say his
Sancha.
Sancha was Hagar. Sancha was Hagar, which is Moses, which was.
I'm sorry, no disrespect,
no,
it sounds like the original Maury Povich show.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's baby mama drama.
Baby mama
drama, right? So, Abraham had Isaac. He was 964 years old.
Who was 964 years old?
Abraham.
So in the Bible, they're saying this how old this guy was?
Yeah, a lot of these guys back then lived to like 1,200 years old.
Really?
Yeah. Moses lived to like almost like 993 years old or something like that.
Okay, according to the Testament.
According to the Bible, yeah.
Okay.
If you start reading the Bible and because he was like 600 years old when he went back to Egypt to get his people out.
Okay.
He was already like 600 years old at that point. Even if you see the movie, it's like, wait a minute, man, this is a long time.
Right.
Because it was. So, okay, where was I at? So Abraham had a wife, Sarah. Sarah had Isaac. He had a baby with Hagar. Hagar was the mother of Ishmael, which was Palestinian.
Okay.
Right? So Abraham promised the land to his sons, or his son, thinking it was going to go to Isaac.
Which is Israel.
Yeah. So back then it's Canaan.
Right.
Canaan, right? So Isaac had a son named Jacob. So,
I don't heard all these names. Yeah, these are all biblical names.
Yeah. So Jacob actually changed his name to Israel and renamed everything. So that's how Israel got, because he took it back. Somehow, I don't know exactly the story, but somehow he took it back from Egypt. He took it from Egypt.
Right.
And Jacob changed his name to Israel, and that's how Israel was born.
So when Abraham had the kids, did he have them around the same time? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Isaac and Ishmael are kind of like in the same age like me and you would be.
Right.
And so now they start fighting.
But could it be said that Abraham started the original war because instead of like splitting the land between his 2 kids, so the Palestinian kid, was that what the maid?
Yes.
So is it fair to say that the reason he gave it to his son because that's his main son from it?
Yeah, that was his.
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger where he had.
Yes. Oh my God, you just said it perfectly. Yeah.
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
He had a son with the maid.
Yeah.
He kind of put him off for
20 some odd years
until he found out.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Hey, I want to come back."
But so then the son that he had with the maid,
he exiled her.
He exiled
after.
No way.
Yeah, he sent her off to some other land because all that land was not what it's named today.
Oh, of course
it
not,
was all
yeah.
named different, and so he sent her off somewhere. I don't remember exactly where, but it was not too far,
Right.
because you got to remember, Israel's the size of Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's not that big.
It's not that big at
It's not
all.
that big
It's
at
not
all.
that big at all. So
He said, "You're going to the valley."
yeah, or you're going to Arizona, 'Cause you walking, so that's like a 30-day trip.
Oh, but that was cold blooded, man.
Yeah, it was. So of course,
But
Ishmael wants their land back.
Who was Abraham, or who is Abraham in the Bible? Is he? He's not a prophet.
No, he was somebody that was after God's heart. He was just a man like me and you that was after God's heart, and God recognized him and blessed all his kids, because
Except for the Palestinian kid. He
yeah,
kicked
because
him
all
out.
the other kids became kings of Israel.
Except for the Palestinian
Except
kid.
for the Palestinian one, and they want their land. They want what was rightfully theirs.
So
this came back from like years.
It's almost like how you would say he was the bastard child, and he's coming back to say, "Hey, this is mine, man."
Baby mama drama.
Baby mama drama.
Yeah, you
like
gotta
Kings
come
of
back.
Thrones. Like Kings of Thrones, bro.
Is that what I never watched?
Oh,
it.
dude,
No.
that's one of the best.
The little people
oh,
guy.
yeah,
I don't want to
dude.
say I don't want to say the wrong word, but he was my neighbor.
No way.
Yeah, right here when I owned the house in Burbank.
Was he taller than you?
He was my. No, but yeah, he had
No way. He was
my neighbor.
No, dude, if
yeah.
you have to watch Game of Thrones, but you have
Yeah.
to watch Game of Thrones. But okay, so Abraham started the beef, I would think, by sleeping with the maid.
Well, his wife allowed him to because he couldn't. They were trying to have babies, and he couldn't get his wife pregnant. So the wife said, "Well, I know you want a child."
But why wouldn't the wife then say, "Then let's take this child and raise him together"? Because after the child was born, she probably said, "Yeah, I don't want this vato around."
Yeah,
Right?
probably.
So
because then she became pregnant right after.
So God ended up getting her pregnant, or the maid was pregnant after that. Like, so that to them that was a blessing.
Yes.
But after that, they pushed.
Yeah, they pushed the maid out.
I mean,
they
but-
pushed Hagar out.
Looking back, Abraham's a cold vato.
Yeah,
Let's
but
keep it
back
real.
then, you got to remember back then. Oh, and Sarah. No, you're gonna trip on that. Sarah, his wife, was his half sister.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Oh,
because back then that's the way it worked.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, and that's,
Back then, that's the way
I
it
forgot
worked.
what we said last time. I said, yeah, because if it started with Adam and Eve,
Yeah, and that's another thing. Adam and Eve. Everybody thinks, oh, Adam and Eve had 2 kids. No, Adam and Eve had like 17, 18 kids. It's just they're named and they're in the Bible, but they're not like Cain and Abel, because Cain and Abel, Cain killed Abel.
Are you telling
So-
me I married my cousin?
You probably did. We're all family. Chris, you my brother. Seriously, Chris.
I married
Yeah.
my cousin.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now we've got the split. We got the son, the Palestinian son, and we
Yeah.
got the Israeli son. What happens throughout these years that keeps this fight going? Because most
Well,
times,
okay, so what happened was, you ever heard of King Solomon? King
yes,
Solomon.
yes.
That's Jacob, which he renamed himself Israel. I don't know if he renamed himself or he got the name Israel. So Jacob had a grandson named Solomon. Solomon was a king of
that was Jacob. Okay,
it was a king of Israel. No,
That's a great-grandson of Abraham then, or grandson of Abraham.
Exactly.
Okay.
So Solomon made the first temple, where the Dome of the Rock is.
Yes.
There was 2 temples before that were Christian. There was the first temple and the second temple. The first one was demolished by the Babylonians, and the second one was demolished. No, the first one, by the Babylonians, and the second one by the Romans.
Okay.
But then somehow the Muslims took over and they built the third,
Yeah, well,
the Dome of the Rock.
Everybody was banging
So
over
if you go into the Dome of the Rock,
you
right?
can't even get there, bro.
Yeah, but it's not. People took videos on their phones and took what's inside of it.
Really?
So what's inside of it is a rock, right? Just a
The-
rock
the-
that you can walk around.
The Muslim one?
Yeah, the Dome of the Rock.
Oh, they have videos inside of it.
Yeah.
I didn't
People
know
go
that.
with their cell phones and
I
they're
didn't
like,
know that.
on YouTube, baby. Shit. YouTube got everything, right? So, and in the middle is just a big rock. Well,
That's what they all walk around in, right?
so that rock that's in there, go back to Abraham. Abraham messed up somewhere, and didn't show his faith to God. So God told him, I want you to take your son Isaac to the mountaintop,
Oh, that's.
and I want you to sacrifice your
him.
son. That's right there. That's that rock inside the Dome of the Rock.
Oh, no way.
That's where it all happened.
And now that's a Islam.
Now it's Islam. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the rock where it happened.
Yeah,
And-
that's where Abraham took Isaac,
how,
put him on
how old
top.
was Isaac at this time? Was a baby? Or was it-
Maybe 9.
Okay.
And when he was about to do it,
was
that's
about to
when
shank
the
him.
angel came down and stopped him and ended up providing a a lamb, I think it was, or some type of animal.
And that's where the Lamb of Christ.
The Lamb of God and all
Now-
that. Yeah, yes.
So he was about to pretty much murder his son
Because
to
God
prove,
told him
because
to,
God told him.
prove that he had faith. But when he was about to do it, that's when an angel came and stopped him.
Hey, but if you see that nowadays, you're gonna say
Like,
that guy's crazy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're
He
gonna
put
say
you
that
in, in an asylum home.
Now,
you know?
throughout all this time, and I don't know if you know, but I have to ask, where is the Torah and the Jewish faith and all that? Because they're like the original.
So those three Bibles that I mentioned.
You haven't mentioned yet. What 3 Bibles?
So you got Judaism,
Judaism?
right? Which the Torah.
That's the Torah? The
So
Torah?
Judaism has the Torah, right?
Yeah, the Torah.
Okay, the Torah. Then you got Islam, which is the Quran.
There you
And
go.
then you got the Holy Bible, which is Catholics and Christians.
Right.
Right. They all came from Father Abraham, but the our Old Testament.
Moses?
No, the Old Testament of the Holy Bible is word for word the same as the other 2 Bibles.
The other
It's
two,
all the same.
which is the Quran and the
The Quran and the Torah. The
Torah,
Quran and
they're the
Torah
same?
and the Holy Bible, the Old Testament, is exactly the same word for word.
no way.
Yeah, the only thing that changes is we change it because we believe that Jesus was the Son of God, and that's where the New Testament starts for
Yeah,
us.
And okay. In the Quran they do not.
No, they're still living on the Old Testament. They don't think Jesus has come.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They-
we believe he has. So they believe in Jesus, but they just believe he was a prophet. We believe that he was the Son of God. So that's the difference right
Yeah,
there.
because in them you can't have you can't worship anything but God.
Yes, yes.
You can't have the Catholics. You can't have the Virgin Mary. You can't have any of that.
Yeah.
I heard before, and if you can clear this up, and I've heard this from actual Jewish people that I know, that the Bible was written like 400 or 500 years after the Quran.
Probably.
I mean, after the
I'm not
Quran-
going to say it was. I don't know.
But you're saying,
I know,
you're
it's
saying
word
that,
for
but you're
word.
saying the 3 are the same.
Yeah, in the
Not
Old
the Quran.
Testament.
Not the Quran. The Quran is the Jewish one, Chris.
Quran is Muslim.
Which is the Jewish one?
The
The Torah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the Torah, it's supposed to be the original.
Well, yeah, but all 3 of them are the same, except for the Holy Bible. We call it the Old Testament.
If you break it down.
If you break down the Old Testament, it's the same as the Quran and
And now this is BC when you're
Yes.
going with Abraham before Christ and all that.
yeah, because Christ was only 2,000 years ago.
Only.
That's not
Only.
too
What's
far.
the- what's
Compared to how long these guys live, they live 900 years old.
What,
You know?
What's 2,000 years between?
Yeah.
Between House of Rest Church. Hello, fellas. The Quran was written 600 years after Jesus, and it's a completely different book. Boo boo. There you go, my boy. He said yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said you're gonna have people debating
debate.
it. You're gonna have people debating it.
No, but the Quran was written with Muhammad, and Muhammad was after.
Muhammad, I don't really know too much about it.
Oh,
but,
I know a lot about
you know,
Muhammad.
Okay, 'cause from what I understand, Muhammad was
Muhammad was a gangster.
was like Moses, I
No,
guess.
no, no, no.
Or he was somebody that God talked to.
Now Muhammad,
Right?
Muhammad was like who could I say? Muhammad was like Scarface.
Yeah.
Muhammad was
He was a gangster?
Muhammad was
He was
gangster.
gangster?
Fool. Muhammad go in there.
He was running the neighborhood.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he was putting in work for the hood. I mean, he was slaughtering people.
Yeah.
And after that, you will go by the Quran. You will, and that's why they get. I mean, like every religion at one
Yeah.
point or another has.
Well, yeah. People sit here and dog on the Catholics. You know, oh, they killed people. Well, yeah, because back before there was law and order, the church, was the law and order. So if you did a crime, the church would
Yes.
sentence you to death,
Yes.
and they would kill you. And people always say, "Oh yeah, the church killed all kinds of yeah, because they
Yeah,
were the law."
I agree.
You know, nowadays they're not, but back then they were.
Because when people say, well, the church, and that's exactly what I say as well. The church is the one, the Bible, the Quran, whatever your belief in, that is what guides you morally.
Yeah.
And keeps us in our
In
place.
line, yeah.
In line,
In
yeah.
line,
Because
yeah.
if not, it'd be a free
It'd
for all.
be anarchy.
It'll be anarchy. I mean, it'll be
Yeah.
like the hood in the streets and nobody cares.
Nobody-
And- so Abraham is the original guy who started this, but how did that just stay into play for so many years? Fool, they're still banging on each other.
Well, because the Palestinians want a piece of their land. They say that's rightfully theirs, and so does the Israelites. So they're fighting. That's like 2 hoods fighting for the same.
Right?
You know, you got hoods out here that have 2 gangs in them. You
Yeah.
got projects.
Yeah.
And luckily they get along. You know, but imagine if they didn't, they would just constantly fight.
Well, no,
know?
it's just like 2 hoods claiming the same city. Now we got that. We got
and you guys are fighting.
and we're fighting for
streets that.
Well, I forgot what that movie was. It was King kingdom something. The guy in the guy, it was Israel, but at this time it was the Christians had the castle and whatnot, and Islam was coming, and they were fighting,
Yeah.
and then at the end, this guy was gonna fight to the very end. He went out there and met the main Islam guy, and the Christian guy tells him, "Hey, what are you guys fighting for? What does this mean to you guys?" The Islam guy looks at him and says, "It means nothing." And then he turns back. It means everything.
Yeah.
Like pretty much, it's just to be. This is our holy land.
Yeah.
But to me, that's the sad part. As somebody that can sit back and not pick a side as far as religion goes, to me, it's sad that these are supposed to be the holiest places on earth. But
It is the holiest places on
well,
earth. It
depends.
is.
Well, maybe to people who really believe so
in
much
it?
in the faith.
Yeah.
But to
To
somebody
like you,
I mean, I have faith, but
Yeah.
to me, it's like, wait a minute, homie.
why are you fighting for it?
Yeah, you guys are destroying each other, killing each other, and you guys all preach peace. You guys
Yeah.
all preach, God's will, God's this, but in the land of God is the deadliest place on earth.
Yeah.
Especially right now.
Oh yeah.
So to me, it's just kind of weird, and hopefully somebody can explain it to me. Another thing that I'm seeing is, I truly believe by seeing what I've seen on YouTube and other stuff that the Jewish people don't really like the Christian faith and Jesus and all that. And when I say they don't believe in it.
No, they don't believe in it because they believe that Jesus hasn't came like we. They don't believe he was the Son of God like we do.
Yeah, but
So that's where
like-
where everything breaks up.
but our country is pushing. Have the Jews there. Have the Jews there. Have the Jews there. Like, oh, we gotta back them up.
But we've always backed them up since. Sheesh.
Yeah, but the reason we backed them up to go on there is because we truly believe, and I put myself in that category with Christian believe that if the Jewish people are not there, that Jesus will never come. Is that why they want him there so bad?
I don't know.
You don't know that part,
no,
huh?
No. Okay, so repeat that again.
Okay. The reason that Christians want Jews in Jerusalem, in the Holy Land, is because in the scriptures it says something to the effect that if the original people of Israel are not there, Jesus will not come back.
Oh, I don't know.
How about you, Chris?
I just know that like when they built the third temple, that your time is close. And from what I see on YouTube, they're trying to build the third temple already, and they're trying to build it right next to the Dome of the Rock.
And what's the third temple?
Well, because Solomon had the first temple, right? And then they built another one after it. When the Babylonians broke it down, then they built another one. And so the first temple, was it the first or the second? I think it might be the second temple, held the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh, we're Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
fool. Indiana Jones.
Yeah. So in the Ark of the Covenant, inside
I thought that was just a movie.
no.
What is the Ark of the Covenant?
Ark
It
of
just
the
sounds
Covenant.
cool, bro.
Okay, so it's something like my cell phone. It's like that kind of shape.
Right.
It's a box, right? It has two long things so people can hold it,
Ark of
like
the
wood
Covenant.
pieces, and then they got two angels on it. And you open up the inside, and inside is supposed to hold the 10 Commandments.
Oh shit.
So that's why it's so precious, and everybody would know if we find the Ark of the Covenant and you open it, 10 Commandments are there.
It's real.
Everybody would believe, like, oh man, Jesus or Moses was real.
Right.
You know, instead of just saying, oh, that's just a biblical story.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what
because it
people
would
say.
show. You know, if you have
It's
proof,
proof.
it's proof. You know, and no one knows where that's at.
Yeah,
You know,
we
some-
do. Indiana Jones got it like in '84, fool. What you talking about? Am I lying, Chris? Indiana Jones.
He found it.
Indy.
What's his name?
Indy.
Harrison Ford found it, or what? Harrison Ford found it. Damn. So we're at Disneyland right now, huh?
You didn't see him fighting
Yeah.
the Nazis and everything.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Indiana Jones already found it. You know what? It's amazing how all that from all those years, the history and all that, but throughout all the peace and everything else, why is everybody killing each other, homie?
Land. That's what everybody kills each other out here for. Land.
Yeah, but I
You
think,
know, you on this block and the other North Hollywood is on this block, but they want your block and you want their block.
okay, let me see. Fernando says, no, that's totally wrong. Israel in the Bible doesn't have a land until he comes back, meaning all that happens after his coming, the new Israel will be established once he returns, whatever that means.
See, we believe he returned already.
That's a difference, right?
Yeah, we believe he returned. That's why Israel has the land. You know, that's why it's called Israel, not something else.
No, but they no.
Right? Is that what he's saying?
No,
No?
I don't know. It's good. Let's open up the phone lines real quick, Chris. Let's open up the phone lines real quick.
Here we go.
From what I've heard, word on the YouTube Yarda.
It's crazy out there.
Word on the YouTube Yarda is that the reason, at least from what I'm getting, the reason they want Jewish people there is because when the Jewish people are there and the more are there, that's when Jesus will come back. And I may be wrong. Hopefully somebody can
so come back or come for the first coming? Because Jews don't believe.
That's when the rapture comes.
The rapture. Oh,
and I'm like, to me, it's like, I don't want the rapture to come.
Yeah,
come
who
on,
does?
homie.
Yeah.
Come on, carnal. Some people
I'm not
want the
done
rapture.
here.
Yeah,
I'm not done here.
I'm not done drinking my last one for Friday. Israel, the nation, is the national nation of all. What's up with the 12 tribes and the planets, fool?
So the 12 tribes come from. Okay, let me think of this. It comes from, I think, King Solomon's son, and he had 12 kids, and those 12 sons.
And the fools were having all kind of kids, huh?
Oh yeah, because that's all they had to do. There's no TV, you know. It's like, come here, babe, I'm bored.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. And then he had 12 sons, and then they went out to all different parts of that land, Israel, and all up into modern day Jordan and Syria.
I married
and all
my
that.
cousin.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that back then. The blood stayed pure, accordingly.
But isn't the original people from Africa? So is Adam and Eve black?
I don't know.
Chris, talk to us, man.
Well, Adam and Eve was in the Garden of Eden, but I don't even know where that's at. No one's ever found it.
Nobody's found
The Garden of Eden? No.
Well, it would have had to be in the Middle East.
Somewhere, yeah, because that's where a lot of it started.
No, you know what? If Adam and Eve were black, Adam would have said, "Bitch, you ate that apple." He said, "You dumb bitch, you don't eat that apple."
Yeah. So obviously, he was white. He's like, "What'd you do? How are we gonna get out of this one?"
I apologize to your people, Chris. caller, who's this? Hello.
I'm back.
What?
Why?
Talk to us, oh boy.
Because fools haven't paid their rent.
This fool.
All about the rent.
It's all about the rent, carnal. He hung up, oh boy.
Oh, damn, that was it, huh? That's all he had to say?
He said they haven't paid their rent yet.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Fighting for hundreds of years over a 25-mile piece of land. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yep, because it was all promised to them.
Yeah, but to me, it's like you can't go back and say, okay, like shout out to fucking Sticks Lomas. What's his podcast? Faith. Hold on, I want to give him the right shout out before I. Righteous by Faith or Faith. Sorry, Sticks, but Sticks on my IG talking about. They're the rightful people of this land. La, 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 la.
Who's the rightful people? Israel.
Yeah. Right? Because he the same thing. He feels, I believe, that that if they're not here, Jesus will not come back and the whole rapture will not happen or whatnot. But to me, it's like, wait a minute. But what if people don't believe in that?
There's a lot of people that don't believe in it.
That's what I'm saying. So
they don't.
So it's hard for people.
There's a lot of things that people say that Jesus is not going to come back. I mean, because when God took Lucifer out and sent him to hell.
Right.
People say that God's looking for a third of people.
Caller, who's this? Hello. Yeah, up. Yeah.
Now this is just people saying that God is looking for his third.
Caller.
How are you?
Good, buddy. What's going on? Talk to us.
Well, let me tell you.
All right,
my family's been in Jerusalem for 500 years and we're Jewish.
Yes.
Okay.
There is no such thing as a Palestinian. There never was any such thing as a Palestinian.
Well, let me hold on. When the UN sat there and started pushing to get a two-state, the UN even recognized there's Palestinians there. So how can you sit here now and say that there's no Palestinians?
Because you gave people an identity. That would be, I'm just saying hypothetically.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's say people moved into here, to the United States.
Yes.
Right? And suddenly we gave them a name and we gave them an identity because nobody else wanted them.
Yeah, we called them Americans.
Exactly.
All right. Is there not a...
That was a good one.
We call them Americans, right?
No, exactly. Uh-huh. Exactly.
Okay, but there is Americans now, and there's Americans fighting wars all over the world. So you can't sit here you can't just sit here and I'm sorry. I think this is the problem that happens with Jews.
Hang on.
Okay, go ahead.
Bear with me.
All right, go ahead.
Hang on 1 second.
No, shoot it, buddy.
I sent you a bunch of information to check on before you went on there,
Okay.
and obviously you haven't. Okay, you know, the term Palestine
Yes.
comes from Philistine. Philistine
Yes.
means invader from the sea, and that's in biblical times. They were like
Yes.
the mortal enemies of the Jews. Okay.
Okay.
Now, one of the things you got to understand about Jews as opposed to Christians
Yes.
and as opposed to Muslims. Everybody who's a Christian or a Muslim, their forefathers adopted the religion. They converted to it.
So who are their
The
forefathers?
Jews, huh?
Who are their
I
forefathers?
don't know. I can't even tell you who one of their fathers is, let alone their forefathers. Just joking.
Ba-dum-bum.
No, but seriously. So when you ask yourself, what is a Jew? You would say it's a direct descendant of Jacob. That's what it is.
Dude,
The
you're-
bloodline.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Jacob
You're
was.
looking at Jews as a religion because that's how you see religion. But they're a nationality. They're a people. They're a bloodline. Arabs, it's like here in America when you ask a black person, a black American, where are you from? He'll go, I don't know.
He said Compton.
I come from slavery. Their history ends when their slavery started.
Well, I mean, but that to me is almost like
Let me finish.
Oh,
Here's an example.
you're still going. You're still going. Go ahead.
When you say an Arab, where did you come from? Unless you're a Hashemite, which is a direct descendant of Muhammad, you were converted. When you go to all the Arab world,
But what's wrong with being converted?
Huh?
What's wrong with being converted?
Well, he was trying to say that all the Arabs are the sons of Ishmael.
Oh no, he didn't say all the Arabs. He said that certain section where they were at is where it's split. But Boo Boo, I can say, never said all the Arabs.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay. An actual Arab is someone from the Hijaz, which is the Arabian Peninsula. That's where Muhammad came from.
So let me ask you this now. So you say for 500 years, so where do you live at now?
I'm in the United States.
Okay.
My mother was my father was Israeli.
Okay, but let's say your great-grandfathers, where were they born at?
Jerusalem.
So they were
go back over 500 years.
Oh, you can go. But now,
before that, it was Baghdad.
Now,
and let me mention one.
Yeah, shoot.
That if you look at every Islamic country, they have almost no Jews, and Jews have been there since before Islam.
Oh yeah, Jews have been there from the beginning. But you know what I see sometimes? I see like the Jewish faith sometimes being kind of, and no disrespect, a little stuck up, and saying we're the originals, we're the ones that were here first, and nobody else can have that. And you guys are all wrong. Am I wrong with that?
I will say it this way. I'll
Please
change the words. Okay, the Jewish religion is for the Jews.
Okay,
for one people. Now, that Christians have taken that track and said, okay, we're going to convert it for us. That's non-Christian. It has nothing to do with us. It's like me opening Taco Bell and saying this is Mexican food. It's not.
That's the way. Wow, shots fired, Chris. Shots fired. Okay, let me ask you this. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty, all right?
Okay.
To me, at this point in time, we can go back in history. We can go back and say, okay, these are the original people. That I don't think in modern day time that really should matter. At this point, we have two people. We got Palestinians. We got Jewish people in this one land. So what do we do? Do we just continue doing the same thing we've been doing, or what? You as a Jewish person, what is the solution?
Personally, my solution, that's not fair, because if you look at the events and my history and my family history, and you have this propaganda that's been going on for 100 years,
yeah,
okay, that I'm like, yeah, don't need any Arabs here.
Right. That's your bias.
Yeah. Now, if you ask my father, his narrative, if you look at Jerusalem, it's a very small city. The walled city is very small.
Right.
My father was born and raised in the Muslim quarter of the old city. If a woman had a child and she could nurse that child, their neighbor who would have been a Muslim or a Jew would nurse the child. They had friendships, they had relationships. My father was born in 1920, by the way. My father went to school in Ramallah, an all-Arab school that was set up by the Quakers. My father was in the Jordanian Legion. Okay, so we have a legacy, we have a working relationship, but his narrative is you don't hate Arabs, you hate Arab politics.
That's a great way to look at it. That's a great way to look at it.
And it was great. Now, if you think of the damage that was done, by 100 years of hate, okay, which was started by a guy who was Mufti of Jerusalem named Hussein, Amin al-Husseini, after 100 years of that, it's in their schools, it's in their books, what few books they read, it's in their TV, it's in their humor, it's in their songs about hate the Jew, kill the Jew. Now, when people think of World War II and they think, oh my God, those Nazis were fanatic, how could they do the stuff that they did? Well, they were ingrained from 1932 till 1939, when they entered the war. All those kids went to Hitler Youth and Nazi schools.
Right.
Now think of that going on for 100 years.
No, and that is a huge issue that I will give you as far as the Arab countries and the hate for Israel and the Jews, and that's something that it's going to take, if ever happens, generations. But I think what's going on right now in Israel is not helping the issue. The murder that what they called Hassan, what they called the terrorist group. Hamas. I'm sorry.
Hamas.
The stuff that Hamas did, yeah, they should all be slaughtered. But I think what's going on, the actions of the military of Israel doing as much damage in there and killing just double, triple the kids, it's making more and more hatred towards each other.
I agree. Now, when Hitler bombed London, what was England's response?
I would say fire back.
They burned every city, and the Americans did too. When America went into Iraq the first time, they killed over 300,000 people. There you go. They killed over 300,000 people just in Baghdad.
Yeah.
Okay, so Israel has to play by different rules than every other army. And if you notice something, you don't hear any of the Muslims, any of the Arabs, or any of the extreme liberal left think, no, they should have never done that. Shame on them. What you're hearing is, oh, the Jews had it coming.
No, I don't think so. Listen, the Jews, no ifs, ands, or buts, did not have that coming. They did not. But the response of what they're doing at this point, it's revenge. There's something as far as, all right, let me get mine, but this is what I equate it to. I equate it to, let's say, some projects right in the hood. A bunch of gang members go, they kill, let's say, 20 cops in one shot, right? They go back to their projects, and then the cops come. They surround the projects, and they tell the projects, everyone in the projects, all right, you guys need to get out of here, all you civilians, because we're gonna shoot this place up. As the civilians start to get out, the gang members start shooting these civilians. That's what Hamas is doing to the people over there. And then after that, the police just let loose and just start shooting up these whole projects, and they're killing a bunch of innocent people. I think at some point, they have to have the military go in there by foot and start taking these guys out. To sit there and just carpet bomb all these cities is irresponsible.
Okay. You could say it's irresponsible.
No, it is irresponsible. You're killing a bunch of innocent people. What do you mean you could say?
Every country in the world that has gone to war has done it. But suddenly, I'm just pointing this out.
No, yes.
Go ahead.
The
United States firebomb Tokyo. I'm not even going to mention Nagasaki.
No, listen, but that's the hypocrisy of the United States. The United States went into Iraq on a fake war, and they killed millions of people, innocent people. But the one I'm relating it to, it's Ukraine and Russia. They have said all kind of stuff. Russia's doing this, Russia's doing that. That's what Israel's doing to us right now, to a certain point. So you can't have it both ways.
I think Israel's been. Well, let me rephrase that. I was going to write an article on it, and I was going to call "Shame on the World." The world is sitting and waiting for genocide.
Right.
And the reason I say that is, first of all, the world stood by and created a I'm making air quotes, Palestinian nation. Okay? You know, all the Jewish towns that were on the east bank of the Jordan River were pulled out of there, and then they gave that to King Abdullah I. You know, they called it Transjordan. Today it's called Jordan.
Right.
Okay? And everybody wants the Jews to make concessions. I'm making air quotes again, the Palestinian people are the only people that for 75 years have been getting welfare by registering to be refugees, and their children.
But come on, but they are refugees. They're behind a wall. The Israelis are the ones that tell them when they get water. The Israelis tell them when they get food. The Israelis are the ones that tell them to get gas. Come on, if that was the other way around, there would be everybody in the UN saying, "No, this is insane. You can't do this." Come on now, player.
Hang on. No. No.
Yes.
All over the world, you know, you have Arabs that call themselves.
It's an apartheid state. It's an apartheid state, is it not?
Apartheid.
Why not?
It's not an apartheid state.
You don't have equal rights. You don't have equal rights. You have people living in walls. Yes or no?
They're walled off from another community. They're not. It's not an apartheid state. When
who runs Israel? The Israelis or the Palestinians?
The Israelis.
There you go. That's what runs it. Okay, how about this? How about we go back to the UN original thing and split the country down the middle, 56% to Israel and the rest to the Palestinians. Would you be down with that?
No.
That's the problem. That's the problem. I think.
No, I wouldn't.
Hey, my man. I'm gonna let some other people call in. Yeah, you go ahead. Shoot. Yes.
When the League of Nations was set up post World War One, okay?
Yes.
You know, they were supposed to put a king in place, King Faisal. You know, he was Hussein the Sharif of Mecca's son, and he was going to have a caliphate.
Okay.
And he was going to have an independent Jewish state. Okay. Which would have been what is Jordan and what is Israel, okay, including the East Bank or West Bank, sorry, okay. That never materialized, and through the mandate, they started taking away more and more and more from the Jews. The whole time
at this point, Great Britain was running the show over there. They were the ones colonizing all this area. Come on. If you look at history, if you look at history, Europeans have been going around other countries, colonizing them, taking them over, taking all their natural resources, and then chopping up the countries and say, you get this, you get that. So you have to understand, especially myself as a brown man, as a man of color, that a lot of these countries were taken over and colonized, and now people are finally sick and tired and calling it out. And then it's called as racism. It's called, hey man, get out of our business.
So hang on a second. In 1948, you just mentioned the partition plan, the original partition plan, right?
Yes.
Okay. In 1949, there were 100,000 displaced people, meaning refugees, right?
Yes.
The next year, there were 300,000. The next year, there were 700,000. Because everybody was registering to get welfare and sign up as a Palestinian.
Well, wait. Welfare. Didn't Palestine didn't Israel just ask America for $10 billion apart from all the other billions we send every year?
I don't know.
So when the Israelis get $10 billion, it's not called welfare, but when the colored people get money, it's called welfare, huh? That's the hypocrisy that I'm talking about, player. Hey, but I appreciate the phone call.
I got a question.
Get him, boo. Get him.
Just one question.
Boo-boo's got a question for you, boss.
Yeah. You're Jewish, right?
Very.
How do you see Jesus?
Ooh, great question.
I see him as the creation of Paul that was given to the Romans.
Okay. Is that how most Jews see him?
But you asked, if you ask a Jew what a Messiah is, it has nothing to do with Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
So what do Jewish people believe about Christianity?
They don't, nothing.
Yeah, they don't. That's
no.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. It's not related.
It's not. Is it real? Is it not? Are we reading a fake book?
What do you think of Taco Bell? What do you think of Taco Bell?
Oh, he said the Jewish people think the Bible is Taco Bell.
Yeah.
No, when Christians ask me that, and I say to them, "What do you think of the Mormons?" And they go, "Oh, those guys are out there. They get something."
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
There's levels to this thing. Oh, man.
You know, because it has nothing to do. You know, would you say that the Mormons are a continuation of Christianity?
No. The Mormons saw some guy in New York and he came up with the Bible, and they were all kind of funny underwears. My Jewish brother.
Yes.
Listen to me. It's all love.
Bill,
Okay, well, go ahead. Shoot.
So you have all these refugees caused by Israel,
Yes.
correct? And 20 years later, they adopt the name Palestinian. What happened to all the refugees, the Jews, that were thrown out of Arab countries? They make up half of Israel.
No, I know. Listen. I get the fight. I get the struggle. But at some points, the adults need to come in the room and say, "Hey, listen, man. We can't sit here and keep fighting for the next 2,000 years over the Bible with this. Because if we really about what God wants peace. If not, then you know what? Then let's just blow everybody up and let's get this whole thing started and have God come back, because it's ridiculous at this point." Hey, my man, you have a great weekend. I appreciate you calling in, man. It's a great conversation. Thank you.
All right.
Bye. That was dope, brother.
Yeah,
man. Who else is gonna have that kind of convo, carnal?
Right.
Oh
right.
man, yeah. Let's see what they got over here. They need to send us some of that Palestinian hot Israel. What do you say? Boobas.
I don't know.
Let's get some of the super chats up there, Chris. Let's see what we got. There was two. It was three. OG Steve, $15 super chat. Gillen Boo Boo, salute to you, Mr. Steve. Let's keep going down a little bit. Mega Man, the Garden of Eden is at the Arctic Circle. Oh.
Arctic Circle. So up. Antarctica's up, right?
Where the planets are at, fool. That's where it's at. Hold on, go back to the member up there. We got to give a shout out to the member. Fenerlux member for 39 months. That vato's been in the shoe for 39 meses, homie. Oh man, so much left out. Thanks, Fanny Lux. Sorry, I had to get that one out. That was a deep phone call, Chris. What do you think, man? That was pretty deep, huh? All right, guys, you want to call in, tap in with us, 747-279-8109. Also tonight at 6:30. What time is it now, man? All right, about an hour. We have Sleepy Malo. His interview is gonna finally drop, man. All the members have seen it. Sleepy Malo's coming in. Those little kids aren't gonna forget what they went through. And the site, it's at this point it's this, fool. At this point, it's gang banging.
No, it is
from the original sense.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
If you break it down to the hood shit, it's gang banging. Fool, we were here first. This is our hood. They came back. They pushed in. These other big hood.
If anybody's Palestinian out there, call in.
Oh my God! Right?
No, yeah, you had a Jew call in with his point of view. Why not a Palestinian calling with their point of view?
I'm done with that. Salute American Cholo podcast. Respect, homie. Respect to you, player. Yeah,
we're not here to argue with you or disagree with you or anything like that. We're just here to have the conversation on.
Yes.
Hey,
we're here to have that grown folk conversation where we could sit here and bullshit and go back and forth without getting all into our feelings. All right, let's see what we got. Caller, who's this? Hello.
Yo, this is Alex. How are you?
What's up, Alex? Talk to us, man. I'm good. Thank you.
Thanks for taking my call. Yeah, I just wanted to know, when like that guy was saying, when Arabs and Jews come here, what do they do to the Latino people in Los Angeles in particular, where we are? A lot of them combine their wealth. A lot of them.
They banned Kanye West. That's what they do. They banned Kanye West.
Yeah, they buy land. They tear down single family houses and make duplexes. Every time I'm at Van Nuys Courthouse, you see a lot of Arab people, Israeli people walking in and out with blueprints. Can you blame them for
for hustling. I mean, that's what they're doing, brother. I think with us is, we just don't hustle as hard. Can you blame them for hustling?
Well, they do get a leg up, like the guy was saying. They get welfare, they get help from the government. Where is our leg up? Even
our
the
handout?
immigrant.
Huh?
Where's our handout?
Yeah, where's our handout?
I don't want one.
I don't want a handout. I don't think it's so much. Look, when it comes to the Jewish people, they just hustler but that's in their blood, homie. That's in their blood. I worked with plenty of them.
Oh, so have
My
I.
best man was a Jewish guy. They're just hustlers. They're sharks when it comes to business, and we're sharks when it comes to the fucking penitentiary and the pinta and some low level stuff. That's the difference, I believe.
Well, we have big issues with the immigration problems. We have our own humanitarian crisis. It's still at the borders and in our cities. It's not only, that's the reason why rent is so high. There's only sanctuary cities where we Latinos live, like LA, Texas places, and so we should all be asking and demanding immigration reform.
Oh no, for sure. Immigration reform is one of the biggest things I even think about it. But unfortunately,
Gil's people keep coming over the border.
Yeah,
it's all my people's fault, according to Shorty.
Right, but that's what we should be concerned about. This is United States can't go into a war right now. We don't have a strong military, so this is all gonna,
No, we're in so much debt right now in America, and we're giving money. The Jewish scholars said the Palestinians getting welfare. What about the $10 billion that we're sending over there?
To Israel.
And Israel, let's talk about this. Israel has free healthcare for all and college for all.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, they got it good. We ain't got no free healthcare for all over here.
Because we're sending all our money over there.
Yeah, we're sending our money all overseas while we're over here rotting away, and the 2x4s are getting eaten by the.
So why is the U.S. so embedded in Israel?
Because they believe that if there are no Israelis there, the Jesus will not come back. It's a yes, dude. It is. No,
in the Middle East.
Well, that
right?
too.
Yeah, that's what I
think.
think.
That too.
I think because we need an ally in the Middle East.
What else you got, player? Talk to us.
We got to support the third party option. Trump is looking like he's not gonna win. He's probably gonna go to jail soon.
Yeah, Trumpita's go to jail. I'm gonna send him some sopas. Hey, he's going to jail.
Biden,
I saw that.
I don't think Biden is, the very great candidate. So I think we have RFK. Third party option. That
I'm down with RFK. Biden will be fucking using the Dependalls by the end of next year, bro. He's done, brother.
Yeah, and then all Trump has to say is I'm deporting people, and
that's where they lose us. That's where they lose us when they just sit there and say we're going to deport all. Nah, you have to come up with the immigration policy like you were saying at the beginning of the call.
Yeah, and they even want to deport people that are born here. They want to start messing with people's birth certificates and people's citizenship that were actually born here. So Trump is definitely dangerous. And I think not only do we got to support the third party option politically, but the third party option in what we buy. The corporations, the Fortune 500 companies are supporting nonprofit organizations that disrupt and make our societies chaotic with these liberal agendas. So we got to support, besides, Tide and we got to look at the third party option. I go to Vallarta personally. I've never seen a robot in there or customer service thing in there. I don't go to fast food places. I go to the mom and pop shops, specifically Latino mom and pop shops.
That's right.
We got to start supporting our own businesses,
For
like
sure.
the Jews, like the Arabs do. I don't know how. Maybe I went to Google last time and it's saying, do you want to find Latino-owned businesses in your area? And there's different ways that we can.
What you have to do is be a member of the American Cholo channel so you can support us so we can have our free press over here. That's what you got to do, player.
Right. I am a member. And
there you go.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
We also got to, boost up our churches where we could get together, network, and make some think tanks.
For sure, brother.
Do that type of thing.
Thank you for the phone call.
Thank you so much.
All right, brother. I don't know if people know.
Chris says no about boosting up our churches.
Oh, yeah. No, Chris went to college and lost the whole church thing. Chris used to be a very good Christian black young man. He came back and became a rebel. College made him hate church. So he did. College made Chris hate church. So that's a damn.
But he knows a lot about it.
Oh, he was majorly. He was majorly in it, brother. But that's after he came out of college, he started bumping 50 Cent. He started sagging his pants. He started putting a Glock on the side of his car. Chris started becoming with the business after that.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see what it's calling over here. Yeah, they're calling. Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
Caller, who's this? I need a refill, Chris. Hello. Yes, sir.
Hey, all I gotta say, man, is I'm strapped up to the teeth. So anybody want to come get it, they can come get it.
Oh, what, you gonna run this or what?
Well, whoever, bro. I mean, I don't like the way they talk about us in the media and all that shit. Now I'm fucking with you. What's up? I'm messing with you. What's up, man?
What's up? Oh, I thought you already run this shit, homie. Like, oh man, este güey está cabrón.
And we started the revolution, baby.
Yeah, what's going on?
No,
fool?
yeah. To me, the whole thing that was going on with crazy with the migrants is just, well, I don't know, bro. I mean, they say it was set up by Soros and the Democratic Party because they want more voters, but they're just gonna send them back, don't you think?
Wait, one more time.
I mean, they're just gonna send them right back. It's like they're just give them a free ride back. I mean, some are gonna stay, but for sure, whoever gets in office, you're gonna deport them.
Oh no! What's going on right now is the Democrats, like in New York, Chicago, and you got a lot of the brothers back there pushing back. Like, what are you guys doing? I don't blame them, bro. It's like you're sitting here bringing thousands of people into your cities. You can't afford to take care of your own cities, but now you're supposed to take care of everybody else. No, the cities are being overran by immigration right now, brother, and it's a damn shame. But it's actually a good thing that it's being overran, because then that way the Democrat people who keep voting Democrat can see that there's something wrong here. The system is broken. We need to fix it.
Yeah. I mean, us as Latinos, it feels kind of bad sometimes to have that type of mentality. Like, yo, what the fuck? But I mean, assimilation is true. We do gotta assimilate to American values and to what the case is. You know, I mean, most of us probably got here illegally, but if you get here, you get here. But we're not gonna make it any easier.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
it depends, fool. Boo Boo's Beard came here illegally, and then me and Boo Boo's Beard got into it. I ended up calling the INS on Boo Boo's Beard, and that's when they cut it off and took his beard, fool. I heard that fool's running the pinta in El Salvador right now. Boo Boo's Beard is actually Central American.
Yeah.
I still tip out on all the people like Alex Enamorado and all the this is our country and this is our land. I think their mentality is like, no, come over here so we could start the revolution. You know what I'm saying? They still have that type of mentality.
Yeah,
that's the type of thing that I don't get to. Like, how do you not think like, okay, if we slowly just start doing better in this country and make it better, eventually the numbers just doesn't say the country's gonna be ours regardless.
Yeah, no,
we don't have to the
trick.
Revolution,
you're
colonialism,
right.
all that bullshit. I get tired of.
The trick is this. For the trick is getting us into power in this country, having immigration reform, but then making policies that make work in other countries. To me it's kind of easy. We don't outsource the work to Pakistan. We don't outsource the work to China. We outsource our work to Mexico, El Salvador, Honduras. We could sit there and have all the chips being made in these countries, bro. And
exactly.
It's right here. When COVID kicks in, we don't have to sit there and be like, oh, China's shutting down the country. No, we're right here. We're in the Americas. Yeah. And that way all of America will prosper. And after that, you know what happens over there? We need to work on us, homie, on the Americas. I don't know about Canada. Canada, I got beef with Canada right now, homeboy.
Yeah, fuck Canada.
Yeah, fuck Canada,
it's just a matter of time, fellas. It's
we said fuck Canada, homeboy.
It's a matter of time.
All right, brother. Hey, thanks for the phone call. You know why I got beef with Canada, fool?
Why?
Oh, I got beef with Canada, fool.
What they do to you?
Fuck Canada, fool.
What they do to you?
Canada just passed some laws that they're going to regulate podcasts. They're going to regulate any news media that's independent news media.
Yes.
They're passing all kind of laws that if they don't like what you're talking about,
they're going to cut you
out.
Damn.
Fool. Wait a minute, that's not. You know, we used to look at Canada and be like, yeah, that's a great country.
Yeah,
no, they're literally censoring you, dude. And that's coming over here. That's what they're trying to do over here. But you can see it on YouTube. You can see it on Instagram. If you don't speak about things that are trending that they want, all of a sudden.
Yeah, didn't Newsom just pass a law putting cameras on the freeways? So if you're speeding, they're gonna ticket you.
Yeah. They should put cameras in the restaurant where he was eating at, where when he was supposed to be at home wearing a mask and then fucking doing the COVID thing. The dirtbag.
No,
fool.
but yeah, he signed it today.
Oh, we got a phone call. Thank you, Chris. Caller. Who's this?
What's up with it, Gil?
What's up with it, Holmes?
Manuel from downtown, local.
That's right. What's up? Talk to. Hey, before we talk, is Echo Park in downtown LA?
Shit, Echo Park is like its own little world.
Thank you, homie. Duno, you better check that tattoo, homeboy. No, we did a podcast with Duno.
Damn, you set me up with that?
Hey, Duno.
Never mind. I take that shit back.
Hey, Duno got a big old downtown LA. I'm saying, I thought you from Echo Park. Yeah, he's like, Echo Park is downtown LA. I said, oh, yeah, homie.
Well,
no.
A little bit.
You already answered it, fool. You already answered.
Nah, well,
Echo
let
Park's
me
not downtown
correct
LA.
it, though.
Okay, shoot it.
You could see the downtown skyline.
I can see
Well,
downtown LA from right
downtown
here,
from Burbank,
fool,
homie.
We just busted your balls. Talk to the vato that exposed Duno.
Yeah.
The vato that exposed Duno. This guy right here. What's up, homeboy? Talk to us.
Hey, what's up, Gil? Man, I just I got a bunch of older friends that are Jewish, bro.
Right.
And most of them are pretty progressive. Hardly any. I mean, none of them really believe in the state of Israel or none of that bullshit.
Really?
Because they understand that it's a settler colonial state. So they're like, nah, we're gonna stay away from that. You know what I mean? And a lot of them have parents that when they came to the United States, they were like some of the people that were deep in the workers' unions, in the labor rights unions to get workers some rights, because as you know, like in the 20s, 30s, like workers' rights was something that like nobody thought about. I mean, as a matter of fact, I think in the 20s they had children working.
Oh yeah,
in
for sure.
Very hazardous conditions.
For sure.
So like a lot of the people have this, you know, when like for example, a lot of your crowd, like they talk about Soros, they talk about. See, they know about Soros, but they don't know about Warren Buffett. You know, like right now we have a homeless issue going on, but nobody talks about the fact that Berkshire Hathaway owns 450,000 rental properties, farmland across the United States.
Damn, for you smashing.
So everybody knows about Soros and all that shit, but they don't know about, you know, Warren Buffett. They don't want to talk about, you know, that side of the coin.
No, heck no, they don't.
Like I said, like a lot of my Jewish friends, they come from a lot of them probably were communists, bro, to be honest with you.
They what?
They were communists, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because at a certain point in time, the United States had a communist party.
Well, Chris is communist, our engineer over here. He went to college and became a communist. He became a communist crip.
Oh
no, he's a blooder. He's a blooder right now. He's wearing red. Swoop. Chris is swoop right now, boy.
Yeah, so there's a very big difference between like the Israeli people and Jewish people. Like there's a difference between a Zionist and a Jew.
It's the Zionist movement is what it is. The Zionist movement is the one that's pushing all the Israelis to go over there, and that's what it was. I saw some stuff where it was some Jewish people that didn't know any of the history of what Israel was, and they're now talking about like, dude, we didn't know all this. And a lot of people don't know. They just think they know. They've been there all forever, like the other caller. And I'm sure some of his family has been there, but the majority of people in Israel, if you go back 50, 60 years, they weren't there. Or 75 years.
Like those Palestinians are probably going through what like we went through here in the 50s and 60s. I would say probably worse, because at least here we weren't getting bombed.
Well, yeah, but exactly. But what I hear when I hear a lot of stuff about World War II and how people were treated, homie, we went and fought in World War II and World War I, and at the end we came back and we were still fucking spics. We were still beaners. We were still this. And the brothers, the same thing. You can't use our restroom. So to me, it's like, wait a minute. No, we were treated much worse for all these years, homie. So we can completely understand what happens when somebody goes in there and just takes over your shit. And now all of a sudden trying to spin the narrative of what happened.
Yeah, one last point, Cholo.
Yeah, sure.
You know how they talk about the fucking Aztecs and these fools, how they used to sacrifice people.
Right.
And da-da-da-da-da. I wasn't around back then to see whether they did or not.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say they absolutely did or they absolutely didn't. But one thing I am for sure is that for the last 500 years, it's been the same motherfuckers sacrificing people for their own personal gain.
There you go, player.
And it's the same fools, you know, protecting Israel today.
Yes,
Have
sir.
a good night, man.
Hey, brother, you too. Hey, that was smashing.
All right.
Let's see what you got over here.
So you don't think Israel should take over that land?
Where?
The Gaza
No,
Strip.
of course not. This is what I think. I think if you really want peace in the Middle East, this is my again the American Cholo take on how to fix it. You do the split that they were going to do originally. Israel gets I would say Israel gets 45%, Palestine gets 45%. There's a 10% split in the middle. You know what you do the middle split? You leave it barren. That 10% split, that will be the buffer line, which will be 3 miles, 4 miles, whatever that 5 miles of nothing.
But there can't be. I mean, that whole you would displace people. Because have you seen the landscape there? I mean, it's buildings on top of buildings on top of buildings. All these people
at this place, you're killing people. So what's worse, killing people or displacing people? Damn, this guy always fucking puts it in certain words, huh? Caller, who's this?
Boy.
What's up, my boy? Talk to us.
Hey, what's your thoughts on the little Palestine protest, free Palestine shit in LA right now?
Oh, they're having a protest right now?
Yeah, fuckers are all doing that shit.
I think they have every right to do it. This is America, homie. They have every right to do it. That's another thing. France has put a law that you can't have Palestinian protests. I think Canada has put a law you can't have Palestinian protests. There's a bunch of countries all around the world, and they're like, wait a minute, no, this is wrong, but this will show you the power of the people.
Right. But like for them to say that their genocide is just like ours is crazy.
Well, it's not at the same time. It's the same. It's if you look at it, Palestine was colonized by the Britain. The British government after World War II were the ones that said, hey, we don't want nothing to do with this. You guys have it. And they gave it to the UN. And that's the UN was the one that said, we're going to cut this country in half. So it's the same shit that we went through. Is it 100%? No, but it's still the colonizing of America.
Yeah, like they're not getting raped and pillaged over there like we did.
Well,
and getting measles and all these.
Well, shit. Maybe not today, but they are getting bombed. Carpet bombed in buildings.
They're bombing each other. They're bombing each other homes. You gotta take that into consideration.
Okay. No, but this is what it is. Palestine would be a hood, a gang with, maybe a Uzi, an AK, a 38, this and that. America coming in there with tanks and bombs and having an actual army. It's not an equal playing field, huh, boy? It's not at all, brother.
No.
Israel has the power of America behind it. Palestine does not. Palestine has some boo-boo ass fucking rockets on me. Let's keep it real.
Right.
So that's not the same. To me, at this point, Israel needs to back up a little bit. And if not, send the troops in. To me, I'm down. Send the troops in. Let's go in here and bang on these fools. But you can't sit here and just carpet bomb people. These people are stuck in a barrel and you're just shooting the shit out of them.
But they did that to Israel.
Yeah, but like they're bombing each other though.
No.
So it's like mutual combat.
No, it's not mutual combat, fool. If I got an AK-47 and you got a 22, it's not mutual combat.
Well, if you know you got a 22, you shouldn't have jumped over and started killing people.
Well, but
yeah,
okay, but that's
like me doing a drive-by with the 22 and some fool comes out with an AR-15.
Okay,
like,
but
I'm stupid.
Okay, so if you're a hood that don't have that much firepower, what are you gonna do? Just rank it out and that's it? I'm not gonna bang them more?
Well, yeah, if they come at me, but I'm not gonna go fucking cause you problems because I know I'm outfired. I'll be stupid of me.
No, because you're trying to get some. You're trying to get some because these fools been banging on you all this time.
Okay, so they go back and get theirs, but now they're crying. Oh, don't fucking do this, don't do that.
It's just like no. It's just like green light gangs.
Yeah,
they don't give a fuck. They get it in.
And then you're paralyzed for life. You got
But this is gang banging on a whole different realm. But that's exactly what this is. Fool. They're gang banging on each other. They went over there and hit them, but now these fools are going back. They're lighting up everybody's houses. That's the difference.
They got their run back and they're getting it.
But the run back is going in there. Not the run back. The run back is not going in and shooting up all the houses. I'm not down with that. I wouldn't go to the enemy's pad and shoot up all the houses. That's what you want to do. Oh man, we banging over here. All right, homeboy, what else you got, player?
Hey, but like the thing is, dog, like we got colonized by Spain and America. You know what I'm saying?
Fool, you got an iPhone, you're driving a Charger, you got an Xbox. He's talking about I've been colonized. Fool, you live in the
screen TV. You're watching us on right now.
You live in the American dream. I'm about to go to the shop and get you a joint and smoke it. Talking about I've been colonized. Oh yeah, he's like, oh.
Yeah, I haven't been colonized, but I'm saying.
I'm talking about them people. Hey, player, thanks for the phone call, fool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, anytime.
Yeah.
He said, I ain't been colonized. Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a good one, right? That was good.
Yeah.
How do you stop? You're stuck in termine. No, this fool's. Oh, we got more. Hold on, they're coming in, brother.
Damn, they're coming in today.
Mr. Consultants, talk to us. Hello. You called me. You're saying,
who's
don't you
this?
hate when they do that?
Yeah.
They
Who's
call
this?
you and they say, who's this? I'm gonna hold on. Let me hang up on you. And call you back and say, who's this?
Oh, hey, gentlemen. Look, how you guys doing, bro?
All right,
That's
Big
better.
Rock.
What's up, brother? Talk to us.
Hey, what's going on, Boo Boo?
What's
I'm
up,
glad
what's
you
up?
got the bus pass.
I got the what?
You got the bus pass.
The bus
Oh,
All right. Hey, listen. So a couple things here, dude. I didn't listen to the Jewish caller guy, but I love all these people talk about welfare and stuff like that. The Hasidic Jews in Israel, they get welfare. They don't work. They're not by the religion. They're not required to work. What a religion, right? And they get paid. They get subsidies, and they don't even join the military. They're the only people in Israel that don't have to fight. So it's great. So they know a lot about welfare because their own people get a lot of welfare too. How much billions of dollars are we giving over to Israel?
Of course, that's what I was trying to tell the caller. Like, come on, you can't sit there and blame the Palestinians getting welfare. All you guys are getting welfare, homeboy.
They're all getting welfare. Dude.
Everybody's getting subsidies.
Subsidies, bro. And even this country, bro, we're the welfare kings, bro. We pump so money into our monetary system. We give corporations welfare. Do you remember during the pandemic when they were giving everybody the 600 extra unemployment?
yes.
Yeah, nobody wanted to work. Fool, nobody wanted to work.
I know, but do you remember? And I get it, but do you remember the politicians how disgusted they were? They were saying like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. Yeah, that's not good to do at the same time, but they had this disgust on people getting, on the little man getting a little bit of dough for once. You know what I mean? Because they look at us like rats, bro. They want to give, dude. Do you know how much billions we gave to the companies?
Of course, big time.
That's
money.
the only reason why capitalism here is working. Look at the debt that we're in.
Oh, we're in a huge debt, bro.
Yeah, well, dude, we're feeding the military-industrial complex billions of dollars.
Yes.
They're going to give 105 billion more. What about the people in Maui? Have they gotten any money from Maui?
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
That was a good one.
Exactly. I want to see billions go to Maui, not Ukraine or Israel. I'm sorry, Israel. They got money, fool.
They gave them a one-time payment. I think it was like $700 million.
Yeah, it's not $700 each resident.
That's it, bro.
Nothing major.
And nothing major, bro. And yeah, exactly, bro. And 100. And this guy comes up on TV. And you know what's funny? Biden yesterday,
this is Roger,
for the first time he was able to talk.
Hey, Roger,
is
this you? Is this you, Roger?
Yes, check it out, dude. Yeah, listen, bro. Let me finish. Hey, let me finish my conversation because I have to go to sleep early. Hey, yeah, I gotta watch the fight tomorrow. You guys watching the UFC in Abu Dhabi?
Abu Dhabi? What the fuck's Abu Dhabi, fool?
No, I'm not.
Abu Dhabi. You're not watching the UFC fight, bro?
No, I didn't even know.
Abu Dhabi? No, we don't watch Abu
Okay.
Dhabi. I don't. We might.
All right, bro. So anyway, so that being said, and and another thing I want to say, bro.
Shoot.
So what happened with these guys? When the fuck are they gonna go into Gaza? It seems like they're scared.
No,
They're terrified.
They're pumping them up.
They're waiting
Yeah.
for the second carrier. They're waiting for the second carrier to come in because they know the U.S. is gonna. Bro, these guys, dude. I'm telling you, all the militaries now, dude, are watered down. We're watered down. Yeah, we have a lot of technology and stuff like that, bro. Dude, our recruitment, we keep getting smaller. People are overweight. People are on fucking marijuana. You
got a bunch of West Coast graffitis in there, fool.
Dude, hey, homie, check this out.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, even Israel, dude, look at, bro, the famed Israel Army, the IDF, right? All these guys, we do this and that. They're doing TikTok videos, bro. All kinds of words.
Hey, Roger,
horrible.
You do know that we run the YouTube Yarda, right?
Yeah, bro, you do.
There you go. and with that, we're out of here.
We're
We're
out of here until next time. Oh yeah, good conversations.
That was good, right?
Yeah.
We'll see if we get another phone call over here because in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, Sleepy Model's interview will drop. But I would love for a Palestinian to call in.
Yes. Yes, to see their take on it.
Yeah, and that's what we need to do. We need to have these hard conversations, fool.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Because a lot of people really don't want to have them. They're I don't know if they're just scared to have them or can't have them, but we gotta
Just
have
can't
'em.
disrespect each other. That's it.
Exactly. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. This guy is spitting facts on the phone. No, don't let Roger's fucking head get bigger and bigger.
Big.
All right, people. So with that,
yeah.
I think we had a great convo. I think this was a great podcast, great learning curve. We had different people's opinions, right?
That was good.
We learned that Abraham was a gangster. He had a couple.
Yeah, baby mama drama. Baby mama.
He had a couple side chicks like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, still happening.
We learned that Chris became a Crip in college. And with that, people, we are out. We appreciate you coming into your home, coming into your car, coming into your life and having these conversations.
Yes.
Make sure if you got anything out this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. With
That's
that,
right.
boo-boo,
That's
let 'em know.
right.
We're
We
out,
out of
homie.
here. Oh yeah.
Good shit, brother.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah.